Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to go over the notes for state government. I do want you to keep in mind that, these are very general, and we'll get into a little bit more about the specifics of our state of Virginia a little bit later. Okay, so the first state constitutions, and what's really cool is that some of our state constitutions that exist in the U.S. Are older than our U.S. Constitution. So state constitutions were first modeled after colonial charters. They proclaim principles of popular sovereignty, limited government, and checks and balances. So it's safe to say that these state constitutions and colonial constitutions, colonial charters, helped frame our U.S. Constitution. Most of the authority was given to the legislature, the lawmaking body. None provided for full religious freedom. There were rigid qualifications for voting and office holding. And all gave property owners a favored standing. So this is all stuff that we've kind of talked about before as we've gone through the evolution of the history of the United States. Okay, so state constitutions today include basic principles of popular sovereignty, limited government, separation of powers, and checks and balances. So all of those things that are also embodied in our U.S. Constitution. They protect civil rights. We're going to get into civil rights in the coming weeks. They provide a governmental structure. The governmental powers and the processes for how the government will work. They also spell out how to make constitutional change. We're talking about state constitutions again. And then, of course, there are also miscellaneous provisions. There are ways to change a state constitution. I'm not going to read all of these details to you, but it can be by proposal at a convention, by proposal at the legislature, and then also by initiative, where the people get together, make a petition, gather signatures, etc. Okay, state legislatures. So we're talking about the lawmakers in each state. The role of the legislature is to translate the public the public will, what the people in the state want, into public policy or the laws of the state. Most state legislatures are bicameral with a Senate and a House of Representatives. Sometimes they're named something different. The ideal size is not too many people to make business difficult to conduct, but not so few that many interests go unrepresented. And legislators are elected from districts drawn by the legislature every 10 years on the basis of population. Okay, state constitutions define legislator requirements regarding age, citizenship, and residence. Again, so this is spelled out at the state level, and it can be different from the federal level. Legislators are chosen by popular vote, usually in November of even-numbered years. Legislators serve 2 or 4-year terms. Most states hold annual legislative sessions, which are special sessions that may be called for urgent matters. Okay, legislatures can pass any law that does not conflict with federal law or the state constitution. And legislatures have the powers to tax, spend, borrow, establish courts, define crimes and punishments, regulate commerce, maintain public schools, and other powers. We kind of previewed this a little bit when we were studying federalism and how the states and the federal government share powers. Okay, bills are introduced by legislators, but may be written by officers and agencies of state and local government, by interest groups, lobbyists, or private individuals. Voters can propose constitutional amendments or propose statutes by initiative. Again, that's with a petition and signatures,